Man, in that Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford finally got a ring. First year out of the Lions.
And that boy got out of the dump and went to the top of the mountain. Bro.
Look,
that's crazy.
Got out of the lion cage and broke free, huh? It's great. Listen, Matthew Stafford, before that, was he a Hall of Famer to you?
He was a really good quarterback in a up situation.
Yeah. Yeah. He had talent, but he did have games where he, but he had a lot of grit.
And the reason I say this is because I used to watch him every year play the Dallas Cowboys on on Thanksgiving, and bro gonna go for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. So I mean, like, what more do you want your quarterback to do? So
yeah. And Tom Brady almost led the comeback. That would have been.
Hey man, listen. If he would have beat the Rams, that would have been crazy.
He would have had to retire, right?
If Tom Brady would have won the Super Bowl last year, he got to retire.
If he would have won that Super Bowl, last pass of his career being a touchdown over Jalen Ramsey, I think he would have. Yeah, I think he would have. But not just because it was over Jalen Ramsey, for the record, but again, just for the simple fact that another comeback in the Super Bowl versus a team that was the favorite. Well, were they the better favorite?
Yeah, they were the favorite because it was against the Bengals. So I mean, yeah, they were the favorite. And then you got to think, 2 games before that, the Bengals had that revolving door versus the Tennessee Titans. I think they had like 11 sacks, some crazy. It was ridiculous, and the Bengals still found a way to win, which is even crazier than that. But
the Bengals are nice, and I apologize because I was obviously mixing it up with the Bucks in the NFC Championship game. But the Bengals bouncing back this year. You think they can make that again? Jamar Chase a whole nother season, a whole nother off season?
I really don't know, because I think one thing is defensive coaches last year were saying, like, yeah, he's good, but we don't have to, like, move our defense to stop this guy.
Let's not mold it.
And then you look up in the third quarter, and he got 98 yards, 7 catches, and 2 touchdowns at the end of the third quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think they were giving him his due maybe until, like, the second half of the year, and then at that point in time, he was still eating. So
yeah,
I really don't know. And then you got 3 weapons. You got Tyler Boyd, you got T. Higgins, and you got Jamar Chase. And T. Higgins is not no little boy.
Yeah, and again, when we're talking about versatility, that's what makes it so nasty, because they have guys that they can do all 3.
Let's not forget Joe Mixon. Shout out Joe Mixon.
Yeah,
man.
People you don't get no respect.
Shout out Joe Mixon, man. People treat him dirty. That boy, he catch it out the backfield and he run it up the gut.
Yeah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna have a big fantasy year too. But yeah, when you have a guy in the slot and you have 2 guys on the outside that all can beat you. T. Higgins and Chase can beat you deep. Boyd, can show the big playability as well. So you got guys that draw threats. You can't really key on one guy, because when you do, the other guy has the ability to beat you. So
yes, sir.
To think that we're third corners on one of those guys is frightening.
I mean, come on, and then think about it. If you don't have a good second corner, you just...
So you basically have 2. A lot of times you're gonna have 2 of those 3 guys open at all times.
If you don't have a good second corner, you put yourself in a position where you got to play zone, and that's not really what you want to do with those kind of guys. Man,
and the Rams. Speaking of the champs again, how do these guys keep finding this money?
Where are they getting it from? Like, I don't, this endless well of paper that these boys got over there. Then they keep saying, like, yeah, and we still got room to sign Odell. Where?
Yeah.
Like, what? Y'all boys signed Bobby Wagner.
They have a different cap.
Y'all signed Bobby Wagner. Then y'all re-upped Aaron Donald. I think y'all gave Jalen Ramsey an extension too, or something. Like,
I think Aaron Donald probably just he only threatened to retire just to make sure they pay him.
They gave Matt Stafford new money.
They did give,
What?
They just come from everywhere.
And we can't keep Amari Cooper because we got Zeke. I mean,
it's listen, we can't keep Logan Ryan.
Come on, man.
The guy we need.
And these guys can sign everybody. Bobby Wagner, everybody. Man, come on.
Listen,
man.
when you're winning, you keep spinning, huh?
Oh,
I
my
guess that's
God.
how it goes.
What do you say? F them picks, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's what it's looking like because. But hey, in football it is different though because a lot of the top talent in the league are aren't first round draft picks.
The person I feel sorry for in that situation is Robert Woods. He put a lot of work in for them boys.
Yeah.
He
got a championship though.
He did get a championship, but in the back of his mind, he thinking he didn't get to put on like he wanted to put on for the championship. But shout out to Robert Woods, man.
Yeah, he's definitely not a scrub. And another big playoff game, the Bills versus the Chiefs.
Hey, bro, that was the Super Bowl in my eyes. Like, I don't know.
Ooh, hot take.
That in my eyes, that was the Super Bowl, bro.
That game was electric.
Like,
that was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, outside of the game where who was that? The Rams played
the Chiefs in the regular season.
The Chiefs, Rams played Chiefs in the regular season. They both scored like 50-something points.
The mustard-catcher Monday Night Football game.
Man, that was the best football game I've ever seen in my life.
Or was it a Sunday night?
Well, I ain't gonna say the best football game because there was absolutely no defense in that game at all. But that playoff game between Mahomes and Allen, that's the stuff that we're gonna be talking about 10 years from now, bro. That's the stuff
it literally changed the rule.
Yeah, that's the stuff that's gonna make them legendary 10 years from now.
They changed the rule where now both teams get a chance in an overtime now.
And I really wanted Josh Allen to win that game so bad. So bad. Gabriel Davis, bro. Showing people what his mama made, bro.
Was he a 4th round draft pick?
What? And that boy was, man, listen, I know he had like 140, 50 yards, something. It was ridiculous.
Man, sound like a great front office.
Hey, bro, that route he hit on that left side.
Got back
little stutter.
Hey,
bro, get out of here, man.
Yeah, that's a great front office. I think anybody in that front office probably good, huh?
And then you seen they got the little cook. They got the little cook in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
coming too, dabbing,
sous chef,
bro.
if you will.
Yeah, the sous chef. The sous chef. If you use that one, holler at us, Lil D.
Yeah. And shout out to the New York Giants getting Joe Shane from the Bills as well as Brian Daboll. So hopefully they can bring some of that magic to the Giants.
Let me ask you this, okay? You're the Daniel Jones guy.
I'm the Daniel Jones guy.
You're the Giants guy.
I'm the Giants guy.
He got weapons now.
Tony Galladay, Robinson.
Talk to me.
We got the tight end we drafted.
You got a healthy Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. And he's looking good.
He bench pressing squad.
He's looking like Penn State. He's looking like Penn State Saquon.
So
and the offensive line, 2 stout tackles on both ends. That's what they finally have an offensive line. We got guys in the middle. It's gonna be. Listen.
So what do you expect from him with weapons? Like you've seen him with bare bones. What do you expect from him with weapons?
I'll be honest, man. I'm not expecting anything, and in the sense that I'm just gonna whatever happens is what's gonna happen. I believe that he has his ability, but it's gonna be on him to not turn over the football. You can't turn it. He's turned the football over in a legendary rate.
Yeah,
legendary rate.
He coughing that thing up, man. He doing it in every way possible. He fumbling it, throwing interceptions. He doing all that.
It's looking bad, but he definitely, like I said, I've seen him. You know, first game have a game winning drive, game winning run. Sony against the Eagles run. Had a faster run than Lamar Jackson. Again, everyone laughed at the when he fell.
I was just finna say I seen him running ball down.
Everybody. Hey, it's a funny moment. But at that play, he ran faster than Lamar Jackson did that in any other run that season. So, you know, I'm gonna just sit back and see because this is his last chance. Listen, this is his last chance to dance for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
If he can't bring anything to the party, he's gone.
You got Tony, you got Saquon Barkley, you got.
But I will say this, and again, I alluded to this in one of the videos I made on the YouTube. I don't like, not that I don't like Tyrod Taylor. I just feel like signing him doesn't allow you to fully let Daniel Jones have everything.
Oh, he's on a short leash.
Exactly, and that's what I don't like because
he's on the hook. Man, if listen, they come out and lose 2 games. Hey, bro, check this out. And he come in that second game and he's stinking up the joint. Hey, Tyrod, get the helmet, big homie.
I'll tell you for sure. If we go 0-4, he's not starting the 5th game.
He's done.
And my thing is, with us using a 6th overall draft pick on him, we should allow him to play this season, be as good or bad as he could be, because it's the gift. Either way, we win. Either way, we figure out we got a quarterback that can play, or we get a 1st overall. You know what I'm saying? We get a top draft pick with him.
But you guys have
Tyrod Taylor.
From a front office standpoint, you guys have kind of already made your decision by not giving him an extension.
I don't agree with that, because again, he's the starter. So he had, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's his chance.
But think about what we talking about right now. Like,
no,
he's a starter. He's a starter in name.
So listen,
he's a starter in name.
So here again, I take it back in a sense. So I agree with you, because when we signed Tyrod, it's a new regime. These aren't the guys that drafted him.
Correct.
So they don't owe him, in their minds, they don't owe him anything.
Nada.
So they're giving him a chance, but again, it might not be for if we go 0-3 in game 4 and at halftime we're losing.
That's it.
Tyrod Taylor is coming in the game.
That's it. And if Tyrod Taylor does anything what he normally does, lead the team without turning the football over, play good football, run the football with Saquon, hit Galladay a little bit, have Tony run some reverses and get him in the ball in space. That stuff Tyrod Taylor is going to do without turning the football.
This offensive line we're going to have protection. We're going to have real protection now. We're going to be able to have a real offense.
Now you're going to be able to see if he can sit in that pocket and throw that rocket.
Exactly. We're going to see if he can just analyze the defense, read the defense, go through progressions instead of just, one and go. There's no more of that.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to have an offensive mind that is way more advanced than Jason Garrett.
That's one thing you're looking at Brian Daboll.
Exactly. So he's going to have to. And then Mike Kafka, the quarterback's coach from the Chiefs. So that's a big thing. He was helping in the game plan as well with the Chiefs. So you got offense.
If you're around Andy Reid and the big run homie, and you didn't learn nothing.
Eric Bieniemy, learning from Eric Bieniemy,
the big run homie.
Yeah. So listen, I'm seeing these guys. It's a lot of promise. They're gonna have to make do. Something's gonna have to change. And again, this is last chance for sure.
I mean, in the NFC East, there's never a repeat champion. So
that is insane.
It's
you guys won last year, or Eagles won?
Yeah, I think we won last year. Yeah,
the Eagles look good, man. I hate to say it, man. The Nakobe Dean. How did the NFL let them get Nakobe Dean so late, man?
I just don't like. And then they got Jaron. No, not Jaron. Jordan Davis. Yeah, they got Jordan Davis. Yeah.
So he got his buddy. You acclimated, it's taking tough. Nah, I'm with my buddy. We're good. We're good. We're getting. I can't get the playbook. Something's not right. Let me get with my homie.
I think they was like rooming together.
That's oh my god. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, bro. I don't really like any of the move the Eagles made.
AJ Brown,
and when I say I don't like them, I'm not saying that they were good moves. I'm saying that from the perspective of a Cowboys fan, I do not like these moves because they put them in position to be better football players. And then at the last, let's say 8 games last year, Nick Sirianni figured out, hey, if I run the football, we might be a little bit better.
Man, the fact that Miles Sanders hasn't really been unlocked.
That's untapped potential.
Yeah.
I'm hoping our Cowboys. I'm hoping my boys do something. Man, really, what we need to do, which I know Jerry Jones is not going to do right now, but we need to give Pollard an extension right now.
Yeah, that would be smart.
Right now. $7-8 million a year. You stick the contract in front of him. He hasn't tapped that kind of money yet.
Yeah.
You give him, let's say, 3 years, $21 million or something like that with $4 million signing bonus or something like that. Now, when you get rid of Zeke next year, you're not in the position where he can hold you over a barrel.
And they said they're going to use him at a slot receiver this year.
Man, they're finna use that boy everywhere, which means his value is about to go through the roof.
Yeah, that's gonna be let's take a look, see at his contract. Oh, he's a unrestricted free agent next year.
Unrestricted.
He's making
agent.
$965,000
Come
right now.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and you know Zeke.
Last year he made $850,000.
And you get that boy a $4 million signing bonus attached to whatever kind of deal, and he gonna sign it right now,
so
bro.
you give him 16 million guaranteed.
16, but come on, bro. Like,
yeah, nah,
and these are moves that you make, knowing that you're going into the next. You're going into the next era of people that you're gonna have. Amari Cooper is gone. Zeke gotta go. Like, he's not gonna be there past this year. I mean, we'll see. But
yeah, he has a potential out in 23. It's an $11 million.
That's when we can get out of the deal.
Yeah.
That's when we can get out.
So basically after this year.
If we would have cut him this year, I think we was on the hook for like 18 million, which is whatever. Come on, Jerry. Like, let's be serious.
Yeah, you're looking at, it says potential out at a 4-year, 50 million left.
Like, you got to look at your football team for the long run. Like, you got Dak sold up. You're gonna have to pay. CeeDee Lamb money. You're in contract negotiations now with Dalton Schultz, who don't want to sign whatever y'all giving him. Like,
and y'all paid the Mike guy, right? Gallup.
Michael Gallup, you just gave him a little bread. Like, you gotta set this up for the future, because you can't go into next year saying, all right, Zeke, we're gonna pay you all this money, Pollard, go ahead and walk, or try to keep both of them, which was gonna handicap us even more.
Yeah, that would be tough. See, I was gonna say CeeDee Lamb looking good. I see
CeeDee Lamb out here looking amazing, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I can do those routes. I can do those drills.
Stop playing with my guy, bro. Stop playing with my guy. Stop playing with my guy, bro.
I'm about to start working out. Listen, give me 3 months. What I tell you, I've been telling you for years, give me 3 months.
3 months.
Hey, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna put on white. I might get in shape, go to the NFL, combine.
Hey, bro, if y'all don't know, if you give Charles Bruce 3 months, he can do anything.
As I've been telling this guy, give me 3 months to get in shape. You never know. Tom Brady is this Tom Brady's last year? It has to be, right? I mean, pulling the pump fake with the retirement.
I really don't know, honestly. I mean, the way he played in that last game versus the Rams leads me to believe it's not. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Like,
But for you, I feel like to be that close though, like to get that close
and not make it.
Well, no, I'm saying to be that close to retirement and to come back. It seems tough to think he's gonna play multiple years after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask you this: since we talking about Tom Brady possibly exiting the game, who do you think is like the next breakout quarterback, wide receiver? Like, who's the next breakout guy that we looking at? Like, the new guy coming up?
A guy that we haven't really just. I hate to admit it, but I could see Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin.
I could. I hate to say it because he's
filthy. Like, and what I didn't realize is he can run routes very well,
listen,
bro.
That's the first thing that jumps out at me about receivers. When a receiver, because again, of course you have to catch the ball. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
But when you can get open with pure route running,
man, you leave a lot of options on the table. Run after catch, possession catch, getting that, like, it's just
good speed.
Man,
It stinks that he's in division. I don't know. Did they give him that contract yet, or he's still in negotiations?
Yeah, he just signed it. They gave him a 3-year extension.
Yeah, so I mean, Terry McLaurin, he's a guy that I mean, people know about him, but I feel like he's not quite, given the respect quite yet.
Honestly, I think coming out of this year, possibly Justin Jefferson could possibly be like talked about as one of the toppers. We already know the guy is great. We already know he's very good. But I'm talking about like putting him in that upper echelon, like talking about him in the same vein as Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp. I know fantasy-wise it's true.
Yeah,
But I just think the only reason we're not talking about him like that is because they're not winning games and Kirk Cousins and all of that extra.
I guess if we want to say running back, Javonte Williams, the Broncos. Because even though Melvin Gordon is still there, I'm
Javonte.
Quite certain that they're going to allow him to take the next step and really.
I don't know why Melvin Gordon is still there.
I mean, he's a good player. You do need depth at the running back position. He can catch the ball as well. I mean, Melvin Gordon's not a scrub.
I don't know why he's still there. To me, Javonte Williams is a 3-down back.
No, we'll see. Again, we got to see how he's used. Next year he might not. He might just be used. Third down sparingly, 10 carries a game, couple catches, 12 touches a game.
Right, but we talking about the first thing you said is catches, right? He can do everything on first and second down too.
The only thing I'm saying again, we're in a new era. We're in a new day and time where people don't really do that. So it's all about building, longevity and still early in his career. Now again, year 3, year 4, there's not going to be another running back taking touches from Javonte Williams.
I'm just saying, get that man the pill, man. Get that man the.
How you think Tua's going to look with Tyreek Hill?
Tua better look good.
Yeah.
He's better.
In some ways, he's in a Daniel Jones.
Tua better look good.
He's in a Daniel Jones boat, where it's like you got one more year because they invested too much. You got Waddle, Hill, but Waddle and Hill have both come out and been really advocates for him. So that's whether it just be them being good teammates or not. They seem to be really good advocates for him. So.
You know what? Breakout. Jerry Jeudy.
Okay, got the rest.
Jerry Jeudy. And when I think about it, I just think about how Russell Wilson used Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
You talking about he gonna have at least 2 or 3 catches a game that are probably gonna be over 20 yards.
Hello?
What's good, brother?
I might come pull up on you and get a Jeep, brother.
Alright, that's a bit.
Alright.
But yeah, I really think Jerry Jeudy, Russell Wilson, especially the way he used Tyler Lockett, I think that's gonna be serious. Because I think he's pretty much walking into the same situation. Cortland Sutton is gonna be his DK Metcalf. And Jerry Jeudy is going to be his Tyler Lockett. But Tyler Lockett, those routes where he run those 20, 30-yard crossing routes and catch that boy in his double coverage on the other side.
Still got Hamler, too.
Man, Hamler got that speed, too.
And then, again, both on the Denver Broncos, both the breakout players we talked about. So
both of them. Think they're going to do good this year? What you think? I mean, they're in a tough division.
That division is nuts.
That division is crazy.
We're going to have to break it down, but that division is nuts. The Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders, all those teams have legitimate claims to be the winner.
I'm trying to figure out how we talked about breakout stars and nobody said Justin Herbert. What is we talking about?
I mean, I feel like he already broke out.
Man, what? But
when I see Justin Herbert, he's there already.
And then one thing I think that's going to happen in that offense this year is I think Mike Williams is going to become the number 1 receiver. I think Keenan Allen is going to be that number 2, that inside, what I'm saying, kind of slide. Yeah, but I really think Mike Williams.
The change.
You didn't give Mike Williams all that money. I think he might make more than Keenan Allen, or they're around the same number. He got big boy wide receiver money, so.
Was it a franchise tag? It was a franchise tag. Oh, no.
They signed him.
Yeah, they started with the franchise tag.
They signed him, man. Yeah, they gave him his paper.
That could be interesting. It's a lot of good football coming up. We're going to be touching in. Again, these are just freestyles. We're going to come at you with something official later. But until then, don't hold us like you don't know us. Send it to a buddy. Like, subscribe. You can find my homie
on the IG at KASHFLOWW.
You can find the show and myself at Master Bruce CB on YouTube, Twitter, and Spotify. Instagram, just Master Bruce. We appreciate you.